Good morning.
Good morning, our beautiful friends, Irina's friends, my friends. Don't be confusing that we looking in the different directions because we're doing live on two platforms simultaneously. Irina, she's the Facebook girl. I am the Instagram girl. So we decided to do live for her beautiful ladies and for my beautiful ladies at the same time.
Perfect. So exciting. Ladies, if you have any questions, please join us, ask questions. We're going to be talking today about magnetic presence and how to own your energy in life and in pictures. Very exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be magnetic topic. We will be sharing our personal tips that we do as the women for ourselves, and also what we do and which instruments we use as the professionals. Irina, she's a panhandle best photographer. In case you don't know her, feel free to look at her profile. It's especially for my people. So she does help women to bring up the inner spark that they have inside and show it in the pictures. And I am the local transformational retreat host, not actually local, international as well. I'm doing the Bali tour, Bali retreat this summer in August. And I also using different instruments that help women to develop and to open up all the different energies that we have inside of us.
Yes, so it's going to be very insightful today. And I've known Vicky for a few years, I think 6 years or so?
Yeah, about 6 years, I think, yes.
And I've witnessed your transformation, becoming a mom, and then just owning that confidence, and now you help women to see that in themselves, develop it, and just live a happier and more fulfilled life. It's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, so everything I share, like all the knowledges, they pretty much going through my own experience. Either it is the healing trauma, either it is just switching and changing your energy. And even though the energy is not visible, it is visible through the pictures, through the real life. But the good news is that you can own that energy. You can work on it, you can change it, just as you said, you witnessed my transformation. And the interesting thing, this is like the physical evidence how my energy switched, my voice. Like when I was younger, people always been for example, at school, they've been making fun that I have such a, say, high voice. And I think when my energy switched, and even Katerina told me about, I feel like your voice had changed as well. So this is one of the physical evidence that once you change your energy, your appearance change, your voice can change, and most importantly, how you feel inside will change.
Well, do you feel like you became more confident, you found yourself, and that's why all of these physical transformations?
Yeah, so one of the things that before I had my little boy, I was more I set my mind to it, no matter what, I'm gonna do it. That's related to the bodybuilding, to the way I acted in school, earning the gold medal, so everything. I didn't really listen to myself, what is important for me. I set the goal, I'm gonna do it. Let it make it perfect. But once I had my son, I feel like I started to develop that love inside of me. I started to listen more to myself. If I need rest, it's okay. I'm not gonna feel guilty. I'm just gonna rest the day and lay in bed or read the book. So I started to do those little steps toward developing love for myself, and it's also radiated to the world around me.
So what steps did you take to get where you're at now?
It is the process, and it is an ongoing process even right now. There is no ending. It's the same like if you're choosing the healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, if you want to feel good, this is a lifetime commitment. The same with the spiritual development and just the self-growth, let's put it this way. It's the process. It's hard to say that because there's been so many steps, but if you would ask me for one main step, it's to add little joys into your everyday life. So the goal is to radiate love and also live a happy life. I think this is like the infinite goal for all the human beings on this planet.
Yes.
And whatever it means to you.
So you just sprinkle those little happy moments throughout your day, throughout your week, your month, your year, and
like the practice of gratitude, just because so often we take for granted even our body. We always, especially as a woman, we look in the mirror, we're like, oh, I don't like this, oh, this wrinkles, or this belly fat. But how often do you actually look in the mirror and I even have the bumps.
I see,
You look in the mirror and you say, thanks to my heart for working every second. Thanks to my body for letting me to experience all the senses. Thanks to my eyes for being able to see, because many people, they don't have it. You're not thinking about it, but many people with the disabilities, they don't have that amazing option to experience life through ears, through life, maybe through hands, and you do. But how often do you say thanks to your body? Just the simple things like this. And it's also how often do you say thank you to your husband or to your parents, no matter if they're good parents or not good parents, they gave you life to be able to be in this world.
Yeah. I've started practicing gratitude a few years ago, and it's made such a huge difference in my life, in my personal life, and in my business too, because I'm so grateful for every single woman that I get to meet through my business, through working with them, photographing them, because I know that it's not, there is a reason behind every single person that we meet. And if
Totally agree.
Yes, and if I have this opportunity to touch someone else's life and help them to feel better about themselves, and maybe even start a transformational process, because every single one of us is on a journey, and sometimes we need a little help to get back on that journey, or just to rekindle that spark on the inside. And I feel like you do it through your work. You help women to reconnect with themselves on a spiritual level. And I do that too, but through photography, because sometimes we need a visual, and then we get to appreciate who we are. Everybody's so busy these days, and especially, once you have children, your life does not belong to you anymore. And a lot of women tell me that they just lose that sense of self, or they forget how it is to be a woman, because they embrace that role as a mom. And we need to find the time, make the time to be a woman, or be present for ourselves too, because if we are happy with who we are, or at least if we appreciate who we are, we can be more present for our families, for our children, and also on the workplace too. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those things that I'm deeply grateful that I get to participate in that process for many women.
Yes, totally agree with you. Because as a woman or as a man, you cannot give from an empty cup. So you need to fill yourself up. And the sad story is that many people, they don't even aware what is filling them up. Mm-hmm. So the homework for you today, in case you don't know what does fill you up, just take a piece of paper and write at least 20 things on one side of the paper that fills you up, what brings you spark, what gives you energy, and 20 statements what does drawing your energy away. And then try to incorporate more things into your daily life, even though if it's gonna be 1 to 3 minutes of day, those activities that bring you energy, and try to minimize the activities that drain your energy away. And I have a question. So what techniques, what practices do you use during your work to actually help the women to feel that magnetic presence? So do you using like affirmations, or just what is that?
That's a really good question. It's one of my favorite questions, actually, because so with boudoir photography, women are very vulnerable, and a lot of them come to me for the first time ever. They've never done that before, and boudoir photography is capturing women in their most vulnerable state. Mm-hmm. It can be, lingerie, but not necessarily. But anyways, you're stripping down, not only physically, but also emotionally, and you allow me to capture your energy, your presence. And for many women, it's very hard, and they're very nervous about this because mm-hmm. they don't let their guard down on mm-hmm. the regular basis. So it's very difficult, and they become very nervous about the whole process. So what I do, first of all...
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
I have a little addition.
Yeah.
Because it's just whatever you told right now is just so relatable to life. When you have high expectations and you're worrying too much, you're missing the magic of the now moment. Mm-hmm. So try not to worry too much and just bring awareness to now. Smell the flowers, so smell the roses. Let's smell the rose. I have the rose. This was actually, you see, so for each retreat, I prepare the affirmation. So this was for my last, the fire retreat.
I love
and
that.
And it's actually about the moment, being in the moment.
Being in the moment.
Yeah, so
beautiful.
Just, I always stop to smell the roses. And so this is what brings you to now. And so stop worrying too much. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, that was a beautiful interruption. So the thing is, it's very true. We worry too much and we miss the magic that happens around us, because every moment is not given. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, so we need to embrace and enjoy every moment we have, even though we have busy lives and struggles. But if we don't slow down and appreciate where we're at, I feel like we're just gonna be skipping through life. And
so what do you tell to your ladies to help them to leave that worry away? What do you tell them to do?
I have the whole system in place, and I love it. First of all, I try to take as much stress out of the day as possible, because it's a lot of planning that comes into doing a boudoir photo shoot. What you're gonna wear, how you're gonna style your hair, your makeup, how to pose. A lot of women don't know how to pose. So I take care of all of that, and I let them know as soon as they get on the phone with me, before they book their session, I let them know that I don't want you to stress about anything. I want you to enjoy this experience. Mm-hmm. And that's why I provide the makeup, the hair,
just
the
show
wardrobe.
Up with a smile, yeah.
Just show up. You don't even have to smile. Just show up.
Just show up.
But also, they are very nervous about the whole experience because they've never done it before. So when they come to the photo shoot, we use breathing techniques. And that helps to calm the nerves. We play music also, and we do a little chit chat, so it does help to lighten up the
What is the
atmosphere.
chit-chat?
Just talking about
just
life,
talking.
about girl stuff, about families, whatever they want to share. I always hold space and let them share as much as they want. And
So you're the photographer slash psychologist.
well,
Yeah.
it's actually funny that you said that. My very first boudoir client told me that it was better than a visit to a therapist, and that's what actually started my journey as a boudoir photographer, because I realized this is not only taking pretty pictures, but it's you getting goosebumps again, but also opening up about yourself and opening up your soul and heart. And everybody is different, I'm not going to push you too much. I'll just meet you where you are. And that's the beautiful thing, because every experience is different, and it's customized to where you want to go with this. But as far as breathing techniques, they're very, very helpful to calm the nerves, but also to get the facial expressions in the pictures. And that's how we show your personality, because when you look at the picture, we are so primed to have the smile, right? Like smile, or
we've been trained to do this since we were a little kids.
Yeah, like smile.
Yeah.
Or the duck lips, like like you take a selfie, but that's not really who you are. That's a mask that you put on your face. But in this world, people are attracted to authenticity, and I try to get that personality out of every single woman as much as I can. And that's why we take time to do the breathing techniques and all of that stuff, because then your personality shines through in your pictures. And that's, in my opinion, how you make it unique and how you own your energy in the pictures.
Do you have a favorite breathing technique that you would like to share?
Oh, sure. Well, first of all, we do a little practice with all of the women before we start the session. I show them how I do it, and I do it with them, because it can be a little intimidating if you've never done breathing techniques before. So you're not alone. I always do it with them. So
Like you move to the side. We want to see.
okay. So what we do, we take a few moments to talk about the intention behind the photo shoot.
I wanted to talk about this.
We're gonna
because
talk about
this is what I'm starting when I'm hosting each of my retreats, the intention.
Yes, because it can be, for someone, it can be healing or working through trauma. For other women, it can be just embracing the new stage of their life or celebrating. So intention is very important. And our breathing also depends on your intention. For example, if you're going for more like sensual mood in your session, the breathing will be different. So it will be more like a loud and aggressive breathing. And
so you also adding the voice to the breathing.
That's a really good one. Yes, I always say that don't be afraid to be loud, because just let it go. If it feels good, if you want to be loud, be loud. And
so how many women are actually loud? I feel like
the majority.
So this
yes.
means that you're doing a good job.
Because I do it with them. And I feel like if they have that support, they're more willing to open up. So there is no pressure on them. I share that with them, right? So also, I was going to ask you, Vicky, when you do your breathing practices with your clients, with your women, how do you know what kind of breathing practice it should be? Do you have like an...
So this year, since we got from Bali, I already knew that it's gonna be a series of retreats. And each retreat is going to be dedicated to the different element and different energy. So I had planned to do 4 retreats, 4 elements here locally. Turned out we did repeated some of them. That's how good they were, I guess. So I had earth, water, fire, and air. And just you said, when it's connected to the energy, the different breathing practices is involved. So just recently, this Saturday, I had the fire retreat, and the retreat was about showing your inner beauty, embracing your inner power. Turn on that fire inside of you. And that's why the breathing technique that we've been practicing on the retreat, it was the fire breath, which is energetic, so it gives you that, okay, I'm ready to move energy. Again, the next retreat, which is on April, and this will be the closing retreat for my local practices. After that, I will see you in Bali in August. For those who wants to join, 10 spots available. So the air retreat is going to be about being free, feeling light. So the breath practice will be completely different to support that energy inside of you.
And why do you think it's important to work on all of those energies?
Because it's gonna make you more harmonic, more balanced, and plus the understanding that you are in control, you can manage your state. This is what gives you power and calmness at the same time. And when you feel like you're not in control of your emotions, you don't know how to process the negative emotions, process in a positive way, let's put it this way, the emotions like sadness or anger or resentment. But when you have all these techniques, you have the power. You have the power to manage your state and be calm from the inside.
And I think that's what translates into confidence. Like that
it's
calm
all
power.
Interconnected, yeah.
Yes, when you can show up as a confident self.
And for me, confidence it's when you don't try to mold in somebody else mold. The confidence is directly related when you feel free to show the authentic you and feel good at the same time. So you're not trying to be like everybody else because it's cool or because it's trendy. So you're just being yourself and showing each part of you.
Yeah. Do you think there is a certain age when women are more open to these practices and like finding your true self and owning it?
I mean, obviously the younger girls, and I had like 16 years old on my retreats a few times, but it's in most of the cases it's been either a gift from their moms because they wanted to just have a together time. So I had one lady who brought her daughter. It was a gift to her daughter, so that's how they celebrated. And then there was another mom, and her daughter was going through the difficult teenage times, and she just wanted for her to heal maybe. So she brought her, but it was never like 20-year-old girl would sign up by herself, or like 18 year. It was always like someone was bringing her. But I would say 30 years old and up, that's why they have interest.
Okay, I feel like that's when they start searching. Because I've noticed from my work, I also work mostly with women after their 30s or after they've had their first child, because I feel like we all go through those stages and transformations, and maybe we're not thinking about it or not ready for it when we're younger. And then, especially as a mother, I've noticed I went through this a couple of times. I had 2 kids. So after every pregnancy, I needed something to bring me back to who I am. And I don't know if you've noticed after your pregnancy, but I feel like that's especially when women need to search those practices and find and make time for themselves to reconnect with who they are.
Totally agree. Yes, and the younger you will get those knowledges, the earlier you will start to live the more fulfilling, happy life. That's how I feel.
Yeah, and also I think it's not the destination, it's a journey. You know, we can feel like we know who we are now, but 5-10 years from now we could be at a different stage, and we need to rediscover ourselves. And I've had women who come back to me, you know, for more photo sessions because they were at a different level and they needed a different perspective. For example, someone who first had a photo session as a bride for her husband, groom husband, then as a pregnant, expecting mother, you know, new stage of life, she wanted to embrace her new curves. And then with her little daughter, with her little baby girl, as a new mom, and then again one more time just as a woman. And this last session with her, she said that I just want to feel like myself again, but with experience and wisdom that I have now. So, and I loved it. And she said it was a full circle. So I feel like I love this because we go through these circles and stages, and I'm sure you've noticed that too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what would you say would be your best advice how to own your energy on the everyday life? Like, for example, you wake up in the morning, you don't feel like you have it today.
Start with the gratitude.
Gratitude,
yes,
okay.
The best way to make the change, and to make the change, you need to remember that first it has to be on a consistent level, and this is exactly what I say to my ladies who come to my retreats. So today is the place, the space where you come for discovery. So you try different practices, and then you decide which one resonated with you the most, which one gave you the most what you've been looking for. And then to see the results, you need to practice it on an everyday life. First, it's difficult, but then it becomes habit, and your goal is to incorporate more positive habits into your everyday life. And also, it's really important to make it easily accessible. So if we're talking about gratitude, which is the shortcut to happiness, to make it accessible, you can either already buy prepared gratitude journal. I've been using, and I still continue using, but it's like on and off, because now I often just kind of running at those gratitude statements in my head. But before, I had the 5-minute journal from the Intelligent Change. Not an advertisement, I just use the product myself. So you just put it by your bedside, and they simply have it in a beautiful presentation, beautiful cover for you, and they asking you like 3 questions every morning when you wake up. What are the 3 things you're grateful for? And it's really important, I think, also find different things. Don't try to put the same over and over again. It will help you with your own expansion, as well. And also, they asking you to name 3 things that will make this day good. And it's talking about like self-programming. So you're already programming your mind, your subconscious, that this day is going to be beautiful, and you're going to do it, this and that, to make it happy, wonderful day. And then you do the same 3 things in the evening before you go to bed. Like, what are 3 things you're grateful for? So just the simple things like that,
Yeah, I love that. I used to do journaling, but not anymore. Now I just do it in my heart, and I just love the feeling, because I feel like when I write it, it does not produce the same feeling on the inside, and I just go by the feeling. But my best friend, she does the gratitude journaling as well, so I know it works for many people. And once it becomes a habit, I feel like you find more reasons to be grateful for.
Yes.
And that's when your mindset changes too. And what I can share from my photographer's point of view, I like to find something beautiful every day. And
Around
just,
you?
just
Or
notice
inside of you?
on the outside. Something that I would take a picture of, right, with my phone, or like a beautiful sight that
she was looking in the mirror every day.
That would be too easy, right? No. You know, when you go on a walk, or if you run and you go on a run, just notice that sunshine. Or now we're getting into the spring season. Just notice those little buds that will become blooms in just a couple of weeks. So, and those little things, I feel like you bring that beauty into your life, like you witness physical beauty, and it makes you feel better on the inside too.
Yes. Yeah,
So.
that's whatever you fill yourself up, this is what makes you you. If you're not happy about who you are, just pay attention to the thoughts that you are having inside of your head. Pay attention to all of the information that you're letting yourself in. So maybe you need to unsubscribe from some of the negative people that constantly showing up on your Instagram or Facebook, what it's called?
Feed.
Yeah. And sign up to the people who inspires you and level you up, make you feel better about yourself. Pay attention to what you read. Pay attention to what you eat. This is all energy. And just remember it. So the more awareness you bring in, until you change and you become and you love the person like 100%, the person that you see in the mirror, that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, and I just want to add a little bit, when you were talking about subscribing and unsubscribing, pay attention to your thoughts too. When you look in the mirror, for example, you wake up in the morning, your hair is messed up, you don't have your makeup on, and you start telling yourself, oh, I'm looking old or whatever, I look tired. So pay attention to those little thoughts, because you program yourself that way too.
You start to believing it.
Yes. So find something good that you see in yourself and repeat it. Just tell yourself that, oh, today, I don't know, my skin tone looks good. It can be something silly. Maybe it's something that only you notice. But once you make those little changes in your thoughts, the way you talk to yourself basically, right? It makes a big difference how you show up for others too. Because if you keep telling negative things to yourself, like, would you say that to your child? Probably not, right?
Yeah, maybe in your head. And maybe in your head.
Well, but the goal is to work on yourself and on your energy, so you can be a better version of yourself, right? So those little tiny changes that you do every day make a big difference. It's like a snowball effect.
Let's summarize this last thing that she told, because it's like a psychosomatic exercise. So next time you catch yourself thinking negatively about yourself or about other people, about situation, about anything. So you catch yourself up and imagine that you have a magical handle or magical knob or something. So it's located inside of you. And you're turning in, as Irina said, instead of that negative thoughts, try to rethink about the same person, about the same situation in a positive way. And now you have a control. And do it every time those unwanted thoughts becoming in your head, you're having in your head. So just remember about that magical knob that you're able to turn, and you're gonna be surprised in a month or so. Your thought process will also shift to the positive pathway.
Yeah, it's like a muscle. You need to train it. Yeah. And you'll be rusty at first because it's not something you're used to doing. But then the more you do it, the more automatic it becomes. And honestly, if all of us do just 1% better every day, as a community,
the power of small steps.
Yeah, we would be doing better and better.
Yes. So we try to keep this live under 30 minutes. Now it's already 40. I just love the conversation, and I hope you guys love too. So tell my people how they can find you.
All right, ladies. So I'm online. I have a website. It's laperlacoastalboudoir.com. I'm a local photographer to 38 Panama City Beach, Panama City Lynn Haven area. I work with women of all ages, and I would love to help you to see yourself in a new light. I'm also on Facebook. I have a VIP group for women just like you. We talk about girl stuff. I share my work. We show inspirational stuff. And the name of the VIP group is La Perla Coastal Boudoir. No surprises here. And I'm also on Instagram.
I also gonna tag your Instagram page, since I'm gonna save my video on Instagram. You're gonna save yours on Facebook. We will tag each other as collaborators, and also tag each other in the description as well.
Yes. And do you want to remind one more time to the ladies in my group?
So besides that, you can find all of the information in the description of the video below. I also invite you to, I particularly wanted to create the Facebook group, private group before our live. So I know that your ladies, they prefer Facebook more. So this is a group, this is a community, closed community, where we'll be sharing just a lot of tips for mindfulness. It's gonna be about supporting each other. It's gonna be a group of like-minded women. I will be sharing a lot of instruments that you can implement into your daily life to create more harmonic relationships with yourself and with the world around you. And even more, in this group, I already have one helpful practice. Again, I wanted to make it available before our live. So this is going to be a practice for self-love and confidence. This is a meditation, actually the first one that I have ever recorded. So you can find it in that group. It's absolutely for free, and just listen to it. It's only 5 minutes, and maybe you would like to use it before your next session with Irina.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to listen to it too.
Thank you. Yeah, and I would love to hear the feedback, because I want to create more meditations related to the different topics. Like one of the ladies who came to my last retreat, she said that, again, she plays so many roles. She constantly taking care of her older parents, of her kids, that she felt like she's missing that joy, that she used to experience when she was younger. So the next meditation I want to create is for her. So again, just remind yourself about that joy that we used to experience as a kids. Yeah, I would love to hear the feedback if you're gonna listen to it, you as well.
Yes.
Maybe what to change, you liked it, not liked it, so I can improve.
Well, you have such a welcoming and warm energy that
I hope you will feel it through the audio as well.
That's what I'm excited about. I know it will be just it will be charged with your energy.
Yeah.
And ladies, I have a surprise for you too. It's International Women's Day on Saturday, so happy International Women's Day. And for all of you, I have prepared a sensual selfie guide that we're gonna drop the link in the description that you can download. It's free. Please download, use it, take those selfies. Just
So
you know.
this is pretty much tips how to make your selfie look better.
Well, more sensual, you know, kind of like reconnecting with your female energy and translating that through, you know, selfies. And you don't need any fancy equipment, just your cell phone. If you have a cell phone stand, that will be helpful too. But I feel like a lot of women, they take selfies, you know, from the same angle. And I wanted to do something different where you can just have fun with it, you know.
Try it.
Yeah.
And don't forget to tag Irina. I'm sure she would love to see your selfies by using those tips.
Yes, that would be amazing. Well, Vicky, thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you. If you liked it and you would like us to talk about different topic, maybe you can also comment the topics that you will be interested in, so we can prepare something helpful for you. And again, just we would love the energy exchange, so even the appreciation comments will be appreciated.
Yes, and if you feel connected, ladies, if you feel connected, join Vicky in April. When in April is your retreat?
April 19th,
19th.
from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. So this is a 5-hour experience. I keep my retreats only up to 10 people. So 5 spots already taken. If you want to join, reserve your spot in the near future before it's gone.
Oh, sounds amazing. Well, thank you so much. Happy Thursday, ladies. And let us know if you have any questions.
Yes. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Mwah.
Bye.
Shine bright and bring the magnetic presence.